All right, guys, we're back for a weird investigation time. No announcement because the mastermind seems to be missing. We're all here. There's Hiro and Byakuya behind him. You got Hina, then you got Toko and me, which leaves just one other student, which is, well, I guess technically two other students, the 16th one and the missing Kyoko. This person, somebody dressed with that mask and everything like that, attacked me in the night with the knife that currently appears to be in their stomach. And Kyoko appeared. I noticed that there's a difference in the hands. I don't know, I just felt like a slim dude person might have been trying to attack me at night, but now it seems to be somebody of the female persuasion, given those heels. Everybody knows men wear heels that are way longer than that and spiked. And then, painted nails. So I'm assuming that's Kyoko. I've never actually looked at Kyoko's hands or her feet. So I don't know. But that would be another person down. I was wondering how they would kill it, but my thing is, I don't see how any of the four people of my living classmates possibly did it. So I think murder most foul is more than just afoot. I think now that maybe things have gone off the rails for the mastermind, and maybe the mastermind did it here. So we're gonna take a look at the body. We need to find out who this actually is, but there's no way to tell with the mask covering their face like that, and the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. The victim is a total mystery, but one thing I do know, here we go, more flashbacks, is that whoever this is, they attacked me last night in my room. But why? I don't think they did. How did they wind up dead in here? Their heart isn't beating, they're not breathing, all signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood that's there is still wet. Be careful you don't touch it and get some on you. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure it's a girl at least. Huh? How can you tell? Well, I think I see the outline of her chest and just the general shape of the body. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I'm sure it's a girl. Really? Then it could be... Okay. Yes! Let's just tear the mask clean off!
Come on.
Wait, don't. But by the time he called out, it was already too late. Toko's hand shot out toward the mask, and in the next instant... Oh, shit! There was a blinding light and a deafening roar. The body blew up. Was that not a real body? My vision started to darken. I prepared to pass out, but then...
Come on.
Hurry up. Put out the fire. As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water? Come on, dump the water on it. Okay. The upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Sploosh. Archer. Thankfully, that was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. And a corpse we now can't identify. I guess that took care of it. What the hell, man? It exploded.
What did you say?
I had a bad feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. And now the body...
What?
It's burnt to a crisp. That's beyond well done, man. Don't compare it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat steak again. But now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we going to find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh?
What?
If we consider who's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be. There's only one person missing. It's Kyoko. Then that dead body is Kyoko? No, that can't be right. Calm down. I didn't say it was Kyoko. But I mean, who else? There is one other person.
In other words,
The mastermind. What?
what?
The mastermind?
What the heck?
Come on, there's no way. The mastermind got charbroiled. Get serious. I agree. Normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering, but I have reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain that other matter, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah. And no call. Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right?
But
That corpse is a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said? Alter Ego was talking about the headmaster. Yeah. Right. Those are two separate sentences.
what the heck?
He said the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? Which the corpse obviously isn't. Then could that mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair? Huh? Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student at Hope's Peak.
What?
What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here in the school.
What?
I think you'd better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
She also said she's dangerous. It sounded like Kyoko thinks Mukuro Ikusaba is the mastermind. Okay, come on.
I see.
There's another student here, and it's a female. That would match the body's characteristics.
So,
And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it?
Could it be?
Okay, so the mastermind is this girl Mukuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair? But if she's been hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot, how'd she wind up burnt to a crisp?
What the heck?
None of this makes any sense. To just suddenly show up and then die? I think we'd better take a closer look at the body. There may be some clues left to help us figure out exactly who it is. Like words that Brian adds that don't exist. Hey, wait.
What?
Aren't we forgetting something? You know, Toko? Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah, she got totally blown up, huh? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. Damn it! She survived! Hooray! Oh, she survived. What just happened, Master?
Stop talking.
You declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Oh, then I don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live.
What the heck?
This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. Okay. You guys can mess around. I should take a close look at the body one more time.
so
Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry. I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko, after all. Okay, we got a lot of stuff going on here. Hold on, there's something on the ground there. Okay, you're making me do... That looks like a USB stick. Something next to the body. It's a key? Oh, it's a key. Maybe to the data lab? Then what the hell is the other key for? Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? Oh, yeah, so it is still Kyoko, isn't it? Oh, no, it's a different key. The key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. And this key is...
What?
What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, this was on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So even you don't know then. I'm going to give you a very important task.
I see.
That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean
So in other words,
the biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the second floor? Wait, dorm rooms on the second floor? What the hell is he talking about? What dorm rooms is he talking about? It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now. Oh, okay. Dorm rooms on the second floor? I don't remember that at all. I'll try this one because it's closest to us. The biolab was definitely locked before, so let's give it a shot. It's not even close to fitting, which means the key doesn't go to this room. I think it goes to the data lab. I'm gonna try that next. Why am I walking around with my own 2 feet like a chump? Why am I going the long way on the map? Okay, let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key, yep, click, it fits. Then this is the key to the data center. I'd managed to unlock the data center. I guess all that running around paid off. The running around I didn't do. I had to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. That's not what I would have done. I would have gone right in that room. So you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. Then we can get into the data center now?
I see.
Interesting. Why did the now deceased have that key on them? I suppose we'll just have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right. Can we finish examining the body? Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked. Hey, so when you open that door, there's not going to be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. What?
In other words,
It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. I reached out and put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and I tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. Whoa. This was a classroom with those desks. And that's an interesting Monokuma door. Hang on. That's all the camera feeds. But there's also a camera in here, which is strange. Huh. In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up till now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread.
what?
That's... Hiro extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This is...
What?
It's the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the... Oh, wrong voice. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room, and they're displayed here on these monitors.
So that's it.
So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? Then this room is...
It's all clear now.
The Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The Mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here. Watching us. Then I think this settles it. The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusaba, and she was the Mastermind. Then the Mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead? It would seem so. You're serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself. Mastermind is dead. Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because, I mean, that body... Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So, who was it that...
But...
If the Mastermind really is dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole.
How about that?
We gotta hurry up and find the exit. Come on.
That's it.
No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. But what about the exit? If the Mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the Mastermind was obviously murdered.
What?
Murdered? So you think so too, huh?
Naturally.
The state of the corpse makes it plain as day. There is absolutely no doubt. The Mastermind was murdered.
But...
Why's it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have even done it?
Such ignorance.
That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the Mastermind.
I'm telling
Now do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again. Mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the Mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here. Okay then, let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the Mastermind. Okay, there's a lot to look at. Oh. It's just so, like, no comment about why did the Mastermind have that here? What is this one? There's nothing showing up on this one. Hey, look, next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna?
How about that?
It is. It's just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV? Did someone say TV?
You know?
Well, Saturday morning, Ina's here. Are you talking about me?
Okay.
Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on.
You know?
You're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? All right, let me work my magic and you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. Quantum leaping. I'm not sure how many people playing this game would know that reference. I barely know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what is he talking about? Yeah, he didn't do anything either. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs, nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what, we can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. What century are you from? The Mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network and Alter Ego. You may well be right about that,
What?
but there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. There's a really ridiculous number of monitors here. And the Mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. As long as I have this, huh? Look at Master go, it's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership? To what? What the hell is she talking about? That's not what I clicked. Thank you. This door is kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck. The door is locked, huh? What if you use the key that opened this room? Well, let's give it a try just in case. Nope, no good. It won't even fit in the keyhole.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The Mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's going to happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it, but worrying about it isn't going to do me any good. Hina's right. The Mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
You know?
Oh. What's wrong? Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I got the TV working. Really? Now all we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Friggin' idiot Mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world. And they were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it. Why? It's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it?
What the heck?
That's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird, huh? You're weird. Weird in every way possible, and not just weird, super weird.
But
This TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how is it showing the camera feed?
Well,
Did you try changing the channel? Oh, good idea. Let's give that a try. Hiro went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
what the heck?
Is it broken or something?
Could it be?
No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. Oh, fuck. A trick? What kind of trick?
Actually,
I'm not sure, but... Huh? Oh, God. Here we go.
what?
Been a while, you friggin' bastards. Monokuma? You're supposed to be dead. Me? Dead? Don't be freaking stupid.
What?
You're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course.
I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been like half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now.
Well now.
And that's that.
Shing!
Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you to all have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going?
Let me out of here.
We were supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here?
Unbelievable.
How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides,
Yep.
this life isn't all bad, you know. I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Well now.
Phew, I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point?
Hey,
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed? Look how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm going to let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you all about it. That TV is absolutely... Ooh. Bump the mic. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna.
Huh?
But does that mean it's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here?
Unbelievable.
You're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine. I'll just tell you.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What?
Extreme!
This killing game is being... Oh, he just repeated himself. Doesn't matter how many times he says it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understand the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning. What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this?
That's...
It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow?
Oh!
The camera feed is being broadcast? No way, that's impossible. That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system. You know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now?
Of course.
I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind, like a boat tossing in the ocean. My mind had begun to creak and groan.
Hey,
Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
what are you saying?
You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
Actually,
What if they already did?
yes, indeed.
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally, though, so whatever.
This can't be.
But to take that's not anybody's voice. But to take control of all communications like that, you'd need an astronomical amount of resources. Yep. So how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. There's something you all need to do first. Remember? What?
Of course.
Yeah, duh. There's the little business of... So that was a body. Damn, I thought for a second there that he was cluing us in that it was a dummy. I am so confused now.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Okay, so I'm sticking with it's Kyoko. Class trial? Do you mean... God, that laugh is so great.
It's the Monokuma file.
Okay, so now we're officially kicking off the actual investigation. All right. Something tells me this is going to be a long investigation. I'll leave the Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you've got, okay?
Heart-pounding excitement.
Things are going to get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Man. And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible, the truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I just spit on myself. I don't understand any of this. What's Despair Entertainment and how is he still alive?
I'm sick of this.
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally, that body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There is no other possibility. Agreed? Kyoko's been murdered. No, it's not possible because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this... I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we'd better begin.
But
If we're going to have a class trial, then that means the killer...
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no. But you just said...
Stop.
I don't have time to explain now. There is a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how the game works, after all. Okay. Whoa. I don't remember this music. This is pretty jazzed up here. This isn't our investigation music. I'm liking it. Huh. Okay, he's saying, well, I better start by checking out the Monokuma file. There is one other crazy possibility. Toko is the only one who was away from us as a group. I think. Unless if there's something that happened earlier that I could be forgetting about. We'll see. Huh. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. Okay. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Really? I have... That's weird. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. Yeah, they left that out. The unidentified body, could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Several day old wounds. That's weird. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. This is our life now. Yeah, we never did get to check this body. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Alright, so we were up here originally. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. No pun intended. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because we splashed it with water. Yeah, that's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. Okay. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? No. Why would it be strange that the top half is wet when you just said? What about the middle here? The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. Okay. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? Oh! Hold on. Something I didn't pay attention to. Son of a bitch. I got fooled here. I thought it left out just who the victim was. However, that's not the only thing that was left out here. The time of death isn't here. So if the sprinklers were on at 7:30, this had to be after the sprinklers turned off. Okay, what else can I look at? Just the hand. So yeah, what the hell has happened to her hand here? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of a normal activity. It looks like a wolf head. I thought it was a burn mark. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Wait a second. Okay. Unless if this was placed after the fact, I have a real problem with this. I feel like we've seen Kyoko's hands plenty, because she has the tendency to, when pondering, cross her arms. And I think we would have seen it then, right? Especially because I remember, if you remember Taka pointing, or talking about his wristwatch that we never saw. So there's that. The other thing is, I cannot remember in my head. I thought it was student 16, aka maybe the mastermind, who was in my room with the mask on, and I thought they killed Kyoko and dressed Kyoko up like themselves in that moment. This is the right hand. Oh god, I can't remember what hand they were holding that knife in. Because if they were holding it in their right hand, there was no tattoo on that hand that would have stood out, especially because I got real weird and started looking at fingernails way ahead of time on this. I guess that leaves the possibility open that 16... I guess I could use the name now. Ikusaba and Mastermind aren't the same people. Or that Ikusaba isn't the 16th student and is the Mastermind. Weird. But again, I don't know. Maybe this could have gotten added later on? Because it could be like stamped on. How does it describe it? It calls it a tattoo. Not a stamp. I don't know, man. Here's the knife laying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this... Oh, are you going to show me? It is their right hand. Who the fuck's corpse is this? It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife? And maybe then No, I don't think so. You had a hard time getting up when you were feeling better. And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Huh. Plant? Did you do something? Monokuma flowered, huh? Nope, nothing. Okay, let's head back here. Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. Yeah, we're taking a look at everything and everybody. I don't know why he's still calling it... Hey, what is that? Is this a tarp? Oh, good. More tarp work. Was there a tarp in here before? Not there. I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. I don't know that I got a good enough look in here. I don't see anything else here was moved off the top of my head. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. It would have been folded around something. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Okay. Well, I guess we'll check this and then talk to everybody else. Chickens, how are you? We're missing a chicken. There's 4. Yeah.
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? Huh? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
What?
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
What?
What are we going to do? Going from 5 to 4 is going to have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Huh. Anything weird with this? This controls the sprinklers are set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. I just remembered now, too, when Byakuya was being a jerk with Toko, they were talking about 9 and 9:01. So this happened within a brief hour-and-a-half window, and Byakuya mentioned before the corpse blew up that some of the blood was dry, some of it was wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place... Yeah, got it. Okay, what is this? These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Isn't it the bomb from Monokuma body thing? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Okay. Alright, let's talk. Hina, what do you know? Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right. It was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. I don't know whose voice that was supposed to be, so I'm hoping it was Hina. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody, but for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it. Yeah, and we have a tarp.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better, too. So, thank you, too. Okay. Oh. You. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not going to look. I don't want to faint anymore. Oh, that's why she's doing that. Okay. Hero. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and?
You're serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found. I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? It's already 9. I don't need the flashback. Like, seriously, we're not... You game developers, you're not making this for goldfish or fruit flies, okay? That's right. It had to have been around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Oh, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job, and I did all the work. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear what you were where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
What's nighttime got to do with it? Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. Yeah, well after nighttime, ass. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. No, not true. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door. So, where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Where am I going to go find out more about her? Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true... Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? That's not the conclusion I would make from that. If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room, Byakuya's got it.
It's all clear now.
Uh-huh.
What?
You don't need the flashbacks. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Yeah, you don't want info before then, dumbass. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Stop saying the one area. It was the gym. Boy, that music is just rocking and doesn't really fit. There it is. Monokuma is laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
Yep. Yeah, we don't have to do this again. We just went through it. And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Huh. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Byakuya. Hey, Byakuya, it's only been a couple seconds. What do you think now? He's back, at least. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well. Let's go. Wait for me. Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. That's apparently the sound of me running. Well? Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then, click, and it's open. Looks like it. Thanks. We're going into another person's room. Wow. Boring. Everybody else's room had stuff in it. She's got a book on a table. So, this is Kyoko's room. It's really not fancy. Oh, can I get Muns? No? How about from here? Is their bathroom locked? Got a locked bathroom? We got our bed. Yeah, okay. No money to be had here. She probably looked at it all. That's a book with the number 6 on it. There's something on the table. Oh, that's not... Oh, it's the key for the dojo he plays. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that anyway.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo. Well, now we gotta go back there.
Such ignorance.
Oh, what? Really? What did I not look at? Oh, there's something under it. Or no, it's just...
It's certainly...
Huh? Didn't I click all this? Here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. I looked at the camera. There's the bathroom. Do I just need to talk to you?
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry? Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. So yeah, I guess I needed to talk to him. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
Under the sheets. Dun, dun, dun. That's all that was in there? Yeah, looks like it. Under the sheets? What could it be? What are sheets? Who uses sheets? Is sheets a country? What could it possibly mean? But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? That's never happened before. Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets, I still see nothing. What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Oh, hold on. Blink. Mukuro Ikusaba. She failed at sex. And I can't read any of the rest of that, other than she is Hope's Peak Class Number 78 Student Registry. Does that mean Class 78, or she's the 78th student of something? I'm not sure if that's important or not. It's the only things you can read on this, though. Class Number 78 Student Registry. Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key. Yeah, his precious. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. I can't read these scribbles at all. The ultimate soldier. Okay, hold on. Damn it. Mukuro Ikusaba is the ultimate soldier, not the ultimate despair. Therefore, probably not the mastermind. Is Kyoko the mastermind? No, I don't buy that. Ah, crap. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. The hell? That's weird. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's nonfiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then...
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers, but they do have their uses and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I lived in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Whoa! I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. It's you. What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found her profile. So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out on me. I'm not going to hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting. It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hallway, back when there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding? Are you saying...
in other words...
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed!
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her. Sorry, I'm thinking again. What did Monokuma say? I'm starting to think that's not Kyoko's body. Mukuro is also a female. And I think for a while now, I've been on this idea that Student 16, before we knew their name, was also the mastermind. Now I think the corpse is that of this Mukuro person. And I can't help but also pay attention to what Kyoko's been saying. Lying hidden somewhere in this school. Were they imprisoned? Or were they potentially already dead? The problem is, I don't know what Kyoko's currently doing, and I don't know what the mastermind was doing when we came across that body. Because I'm going back to that one part of the Monokuma file that says all these different wounds, some of them were already old, which would have been before what we had dealt with and we had seen. But there was nobody who would fit that description. The last time we had somebody who had any wounds was Sakura, and she was actually fighting Monokuma. And she wasn't even all that wounded, to be honest with you. Was she maybe imprisoned in that biolab? And was she alive or dead already? Because there's no... If I remember right, there's no time of death either, right? They'd been struck on the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. They were dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. Not fatally stabbed. Huh. I don't know. I might be overreaching here. The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba, she's part of this school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Make sense?
Well, now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with ya.
Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out, all the time?
Oh, she wears gloves. Crap. I don't remember the gloves at all. That undoes that.
Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
What?
Okay, now that's all you get.
Oh, that's not it. These never go in order for some reason. I think this is meant to open up the possibility that she had a tattoo because I just don't remember the gloves. But here's where I don't know how things work for ladies, but would you wear fake nails? Because would you wear those with gloves? Because that's nuts if you guys do. Like, I already don't understand how you ladies wear heels. That's just insane madness to me. This would be crazy too. It would have to be so uncomfortable. And constantly ripping your gloves too, I would think. Or popping off the nails. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand, the tattoo? No, I don't think so. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars, which means those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma is trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. Wait, is that what he said? That's not what I took. I'm sorry, guys. Did I misread that? Okay. So there's Monokuma's words. What did Monokuma say? Okay. That's not what he said. Who the hell out of us is writing these rules? I don't think that's Mukuro. I think Byakuya is wrong. It's a possibility, but I don't think that's it. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case?
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro's the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? No, I don't. That doesn't work because there's another problem there. You're saying, based on what Monokuma had said before about how I have to follow my own rules, then if it was the 16th student, that doesn't work because... Where is it? Participation is mandatory for all surviving students. I think this Mukuro, who I think is the body, I think she was dead this whole time. And I remember there was talk about, there was one of those scenes between Monokuma and who I thought was Sakura, I still think it was, before she was outed as the spy, that, I don't know, maybe Mukuro was somehow killed before everybody else woke up. Like there was an unexpected killing, and I thought they were talking about Sayaka, and I thought Sakura said as much as well. I don't know. Basically, I feel like there's these breadcrumbs stating one of these killings didn't make sense. But the problem is that everybody is confessing to them. So what the hell, man? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So in other words...
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
Let's go.
Well, are you coming? I want to go there with you. Okay, that's this one, right? 6. Yep.
There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. Looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key inserted. Oh, yeah, it doesn't. They blend in really well. I didn't notice that. That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on that locker.
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and click. The locker eagerly accepted the key. I almost said easily, and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. Come on. There we go. There's something at the bottom, too. Okay. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Arrows. What the hell would arrows have been used for? That... I didn't know what we were going to find in there, but I didn't expect that. Is it going to be the knife was placed later and somebody shot an arrow? Huh. That seems so strange to me. Strong sticks. Okay. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. It's got blood on it. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is relative to the case, or this duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? I was going to say maybe it held the bomb in place, but no, that would make sense. We wouldn't find it here. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. He's got to give up this, it's Kyoko's body. I don't think it is. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. The mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in this school would you go to do research on something? Research? You're talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I haven't been here in a long time. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. There we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand. Oh, I guess I gotta talk to him. That's what I was doing. No, there we go.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? There's that dog tattoo. How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They've been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean... Oh, crap. I don't really know how this happened, though. I think I have some answers.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. Okay, well, we know how that works with us here. I have noticed that the last couple of trials, I've kind of gone into them blind with some really important things. So I don't really know how this case happened. I also am questioning my whole it's not Kyoko thing, because at the same time, where is she? Like, she's not going to show up here. You know, if that's her, obviously. But if that corpse isn't her and it's Mukuro, like I was thinking, where's she been this whole freaking time? You know? It's weird, too, because I felt comfortable with the idea of this 16th student pretty quickly. I remember him, Monokuma, being like in the first class trial, oh, don't worry about the 16th seat. And I'm like, sure, that's going to mean nothing. But it feels like there's more characters that we haven't been interacting with than I realized. Because now it feels like you've got the mastermind, you've got this 16th student, and which one of those is the person who was running around? The tattoo missing in the image of the person who tried to stab me makes me think that's the mastermind, but I'm also wondering, is there another person? So those are the questions we're going to leave you with. And when we come back, it will be class trial time again for Chapter 5 of this game. Catch you on that one.